my village. So let's talk about dating in 2025. Dating is so weird for me because I am an introvert, but even though my career forces me to be an extrovert sometimes, but I like my space. So even in a relationship, I'm like, my last relationship, we lived in two different places. We lived near each other, like 20 minutes away from each other, but he had his house, I had my house. And I don't do overnight. I have a teenage son. I don't need nobody spending the night. He's the man in the house until I get married. Once I have a husband, then you can spend the night, but I don't play house. I did that my first relationship, been there, done that. But now that I have a kid, I have a hard boundary with that. I don't bring people around him. Like this new guy, I told him you probably won't meet him for a long time. My ex didn't meet my son for like 6 months, and once we were already in a relationship, my son knew about it. He knew I was going on dates and stuff. I'll talk to him about him, but I did not introduce him to him until 6 months into us dating, and once we were in a relationship. And that was the first relationship I had as a mom. Like, I was single for 13 years in my son's life and not entertaining anybody. Like, I just was doing me, but nobody come around my kid, because I don't play that. But in the dating world, because my love language is words of affirmation and quality time, they're equally my love language. It's hard for me to date people because I need constant reassurance. I need to know where I stand in your life. I need to hear that. You can show me all day long, but I need to hear it. Words of affirmation. I have to hear, I like you, I'm still interested, like where we're at, what we're doing. I have to have things be intentional, and I require that from people that I date. If you can't intentionally date me and give me that reassurance and keep me updated with our status, like where I stand in your life, where we're at, are we progressing, am I wasting time? If I have to ask you, like, and I made it clear in the beginning that's what I need, then you're not for me, because then you're gonna keep giving me that I'm always question, what are we doing? I'm not out here winging it in these streets. I want to intentionally date. Like, I don't want to be the only one texting you first or calling you. You would need to reach out to me, and that lets me know, like, you're thinking about me or whatever. I don't like things feeling forced. Communication is a big thing, and it's a must for me. This guy that I'm dating now, it's been cool. Like, he'll be like sometimes, well, I'm always busy during the week. Most of the day I'm gone and I'm at work. But I still find time, like, we'll text good morning or whatever, check on each other, like, what do you eat for lunch, what do you eat for dinner? Like, if I'm going to breakfast before work, like, I'll let him know, and he'll be like, I'll join you or not. And every Tuesday I go to Red Lobster, so he'd be like, next time you go next Tuesday, I'm gonna join you. So, like, we plan stuff like that, because he know, like, I have access to my phone all day, but he has a very demanding, important job as well. So he worked the morning, I worked the mid shift. So he started work at 6 in the morning. I don't start till 10, so I could be up later or whatever. But we are trying to figure out what that routine look like and what day we can commit to. Because I require date night every week. My last relationship, every Saturday was date night. Intentional dating, no phones, none of that distraction, just my time. My time is my time, and I take my time serious. But this guy thought I was crazy because he take a nap after work. I don't have time in my day to take a nap. So I'm like, you sleepyhead. Like, he makes sure every day, routine, he take his nap. So by the time I'm going to, like, lunch, he's getting, no, when I go to lunch, he's getting off work. So he's getting ready to take his nap and stuff. By the time I'm off work, he's all refreshed and everything. And I laugh at it all the time because I'm like, well, since you like to nap, we can have a nap date. Like, I joke about it. He's like, that is weird. And I'm like, no, it's really a thing. But he's older, so he don't get it. He's like 15 years older than me, but he don't get it. He's like, that's weird. I'm like, napping is one of my love languages. I love quality time. As long as we're there, like, he don't understand the quality time part. He think that means like in person, we got to be there by each other. And I'm like, no, that's not just quality time for me. Quality time, we could FaceTime and I feel like I'm close. So we do FaceTime, like he'll FaceTime me. But that's what I mean by quality time. It can be different things. We can be in the same room, not even talking to each other. We could be just watching a movie. We both could be scrolling on our phone, but as long as we're in the same room, that's like quality time for me. That means a lot to me. And it's just the simple things, but it means a lot. And I'm trying to explain that to him because he's like, how is that quality time? I'm like, we don't have to see each other all the time. Like, we don't have to be in person, but it's a connection even when it's just via being on FaceTime or something. We only live like 8 minutes away from each other. We literally live, we got the same, like, one cross street, the same, so it's just down the street. Like, he lives near my job. I'm 8 minutes from my job, and he is very close, so it won't take me more than 10 minutes to get to his house. But even though I've never been over there, but I know the area he lives in. He lives by my boss. But it's funny because, like, well, it's a difference, I should say, when you're dating older guys, because my last relationship, he was 16 years older. So this guy, believe it or not, it's so crazy that their birthday is 3 days apart and they're a year apart. So this guy is 1 year younger than my ex. But they both Libras, these Libra men. And older guys be more set in their ways. They're not as flexible, but I usually break that. I'm like, no, I'm young. If you want to be with a younger person, you're going to have to get out the house. He's an introvert too, but he'd be like, you're an introvert, but you're always outside. I'm like, but I'm always by myself. I'll go out in nature. I'll go pull up to a park. I like to be by water, stuff like that. I like to get grounded with the with the universe, be one with the universe. Especially right now, retrograde is crazy. But it's weird dating after not dating for, I think I was single for about 2 years, because I got to get back in the habit of, like, being open to different things and different styles and people, the way they date. And I know he's older, but I told him, you're gonna have to be flexible, because I'm a spontaneous person. I don't like planning everything. I like to just get up and go. Because he's like, why you didn't tell me you went to breakfast? I would have met up with you. I'm like, I just randomly go. You might need a head's notice, and I'm not gonna do that. So if you're not ready to just go, I don't like waiting on people. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. I do not waiting on anybody. I like to just do my own thing. I literally don't have patience for people. Like, they'll be like, oh, we're gonna go here, and then they take forever. Then I gotta wait on you to get dressed and stuff. That's not spontaneous, because I'm waiting on you. So that's one thing that's hard. So he'd be like, dang, you just be going to eat by yourself. Like, you don't let me know you're going. I would join you and I can come eat with you. But I'm like, you start work at 6. He's like, well, yeah, I could still come eat breakfast with you and go back to work, because he worked from home. But I have to get used to that. Like, I'm not used to including other people, especially being out here for the last 2 months and I don't have my son with me. I started getting used to being by myself and not having to wait on nobody, because that drives me nuts with my son. Because I'll be like, I'm going to go eat, be ready in an hour, and then an hour come and he's just now starting to get dressed, and I'll be like, I'm leaving you. I left him plenty of times. I'm going by myself because I don't have time to wait for you. Like, it is one of my biggest pet peeves. My son literally triggers me all the time, because I'll be like, I told you to be ready by this time, and he'll get distracted by something else and play the video game and be like, oh, I forgot. Or he's like, oh, I didn't know the time went by, or something like that. Like, Like, I was gonna give my coworker a ride home yesterday, but I waited in the parking lot for her to come out for 30 minutes. I texted her, like, I'm out, because I value my time, and my time is money, and I was already exhausted from working over 10 hours. And I only live 8 minutes from home, and she lived about 20, so I'm already going out of my way and then got to come back. So it's an extra 30, 40 minutes of me going home when I could be home in 8 minutes. So I'm like, I'm already going out of my way. I don't ask for any gas money. And I was like, I left. I can't. It will piss me off. Before I get pissed off, I will leave. So I'm like, I got shit to do. I'm out. Goodbye. So it's hard dating again, because I'm the type of person, I am really spontaneous. Like, if I like you, I like you, and I'll be like, let's just be together and we'll see where this go. Because you're never gonna learn everything about a person. So I'm the type of spontaneous person. Like, I never really had to date. I just did the relationship, and they all last a couple of years until we mutually agree that we're going in two directions. But I don't care for the traditional dating and the questions and potential judgment and stuff like that. I'm not. It's just I don't know. Yeah, I hate dating. It's fun entertaining someone, but at the same time, I don't like starting over, and then I love my peace. And I don't know. What do you guys like or dislike about dating? I like going out. I like the attention and stuff like that. But I dislike, like, getting to know someone, the questions, and got to explain things from your past and stuff like that. That's the part I don't like, because I feel like everybody is not open-minded, everybody is not understanding, and then people will judge. Some things have came up where I'm like, are you judging me? Because he don't have kids. He don't have any biological kids. He's in his early 50s, but he never had any biological kids. And when I'm a single mom, it's hard explaining to people why I'm a single mom, especially me being a single mom non-traditionally. I had a baby with my childhood best friend. We were never together. We were never in a relationship. And people be like, well, how did that happen? Like, I feel like they're judging. And sometimes that's uncomfortable, or they're like, well, why are you a single mom? Why are you doing it by yourself? Why are you not forcing him to be a dad? I'm like, I'm not going to force nobody. And I don't like explaining that. Well, how could you be with a guy like that? Or how could you have a kid with a guy like that? First off, you don't know how a person is going to parent until they become a parent. So I didn't know that. I knew I probably was going to be a single mom raising my kid, because he was off in the military and I was going to be by myself regardless. Because I found out I was pregnant after he left for deployment, left to go to the military. I was already like, I didn't know I was pregnant until like almost the second trimester. But explaining to someone that I've never had child support, don't have that financial support, don't have like, I co-parented for some time, but it was like from a distance, and it was off and on, like where my son would go with him for a month. I homeschooled my son for 5 years just so that he can be able to go with his dad whenever he wanted. But to explain now, like, my son is a teenager, he make his own decisions if he want to go with his dad or not. And then having that consistent relationship, they have a relationship with that consistent, like, person in their life. It's hard to explain. Like, I'm not going to force nobody to do anything, but I know I'm doing my job. And some people don't understand that, like, you should do this, and how did you wind up having a kid by a person like that? Like, they wasn't that person when I met them. I've known them since I was 15. They wasn't that person. They didn't become that person until life started lifing. And it's like, you can judge them, but don't judge me, because that ain't my problem. I'm doing my part. I can't speak for the next person. So that kind of it kind of triggered me when that topic came up of, I couldn't imagine you being with somebody like that. Like, what made you have a kid with someone like that? And I'm like, he wasn't like that when we had a kid until after. I don't know what kind of father he's gonna be when he wasn't a father. I'm like, just like you don't have kids, you don't know what kind of father you're gonna be once a kid come in the picture. A lot of things change, and that's what people don't understand. They judge single moms all the time. A lot of things change. You don't find out people's true color until after the kid is already here, and you can't control that. So I wish people understood that, but that type of stuff will make me shut down and be like, I'm good, because I feel like you're judging me. But we haven't talked about any topics like that. I'm like, my son, I told him, I can't change the past, so you might as well let that question go, because what's done is done, and there's nothing I can do to change it. So I don't dwell on what could have happened, what should have, why. The whys, because it ain't my business. It can't be changed. So yeah, he let that conversation go, because I was like, yeah. But it's been still cool. I just keep that my kid conversation off limits. So I let him know that's just a boundary, because that's none of your business, and I'm not looking for a dad for my kid. He's about to be grown. He's about to be 17. We ain't looking for a daddy. My son just don't want me single while he go away for college. He wants me to have a husband. So that's why I am dating for him. He's like, Mom, I want you to be happy. I want you to be in a relationship. I want you to have a husband. He don't say, I want you to have a boyfriend. He say, I want you to have a husband. I love that kid, but my kid is so cool, y'all. Like, he make being a mom easy, even though he's expensive. But he makes being a parent, this journey, easy from day one. Like, he wasn't a crier, he wasn't a crybaby, he's not a picky eater. I didn't have to deal with none of that. I didn't have to deal with the thumb sucking, the pacifier, winging him off. I didn't have to deal with none of that. He's been a great kid. He don't give me like problems. Even though he frustrates me sometimes with his behavior at school, because he get bored and the school be calling me like, oh, he's talking, or he interrupt the class. I'm like, just give him more work. Like, don't call me about that. They're like, he's testing a year above. They want to skip him, but I don't want him to be. I want him to be age appropriate, and he has been age appropriate. I don't deal with the stuff like I hear my friends deal with or coworkers deal with their teenagers. I am so happy I raised him the way I did, and he's very diverse and well-traveled and just had an amazing life. But it's crazy out here in these streets, and it's like, guys, I want to tell people, social media is not a dating site. TikTok is not a dating site. I get a lot of people that inbox me and shoot their shot, and I'm like, is this a dating app now? Like, this ain't Facebook dating or anything like that, even though I'm not on there. But I be looking like, since when did TikTok become a dating app? It's crazy. What have y'all experienced been with dating, or what frustrates you about dating, and what do you like about dating? Like, I love the companionship and stuff like that. I love being courted, because that is a requirement for me. It's just that beginning stage, just like, ugh. I've always hated it. That's why I never really dated. Most of my adult life I was single, because I was just like, I don't like the questioning and shit. Like, I don't like feeling like I'm being interrogated. If the conversation come up naturally, it come up naturally, but other than that, I'm like, it ain't none of your business. Run a background check on me, because I do background checks. You're not coming to my house without me running your background check. But I know he's cool. Like, he's ex-military. He worked for the state. Like, you can't work for them without extensive background check. So I know he's good. But it's frustrating, but it's not at the same time. It's fun, and I'm still excited, but it's work. A relationship is work. But until next time, Coach Mo out.